This is ABC 7 News, Chicago's #1 news, with Jose Sanders, Judy Sue, weather with meteorologist Tracy Butler, and Roz Barron's traffic. This is ABC 7 News this morning.
Now, still ahead for us, former Governor Rod Blagojevich has become well known for speaking out.
And this morning, he will give what may be the most important address of his life to a judge. The latest on his sentencing hearing with attorney Thomas Glasgow when we come right back.
Part 2 of Rod Blagojevich's sentencing hearing begins in just a little over 3 hours. The former governor will make a plea to the judge for leniency. The judge is expected to sentence Blagojevich today.
Attorney Thomas Glasgow joins us now with a closer look at the proceedings. Good morning to our legal analyst.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
So, what did you think of yesterday?
Yesterday, the defense did everything that we talked about yesterday. They got out all the good mitigation. They got out the good works that he did as governor. They got out the fact that he is a good family man, that he has no criminal background. They also made the very interesting argument that Mr. Blagojevich should not be punished for the history of political corruption in Illinois, which is a very interesting argument, trying to shift that burden from Mr. Blagojevich and all the things that he's done to comparing him to people like Betty Arnold Maltese and everybody else who has been convicted in the state of Illinois and they got money, but yet they didn't get as much time. Now, expect the prosecution to come back today. Prosecution is going to get their turn, and they're going to talk about and hammer home all the crimes that he committed. You know, it's been a long time. Some of us have forgotten that he attempted to sell a Senate seat, that he blocked funding for Children's Hospital, that he lied to the FBI about this, and the prosecution is going to hammer that home. They're also going to hammer home the fact that he has lacked remorse from the very beginning of this. And they're going to go through everything that he's done from the onset of this case, through the impeachment, to the time that he went to the first trial, to the time he went to the second trial, and everything that he's done. And that's what they're going to present to show the aggravation, why that he should get the 15 to 20 years.
Now, the ex-governor, of course, will get a chance to address the court as well today. His defense team yesterday admitted that he broke the law. Are we expecting to hear that from him today?
That puts him in a real difficult situation because, remember, he's been protesting his innocence since the very beginning. Now, if he comes forward and continues to protest his innocence, he's not going to get that credit for accepting responsibility. However, if he comes forward and admits this, then if he appeals, the appellate court's probably going to look at him and say, well, you admitted this, so why would we even consider the appeal? And Judge Zagel is probably going to look at this and go, you know what, little too late. You know, is it sincere? Is it something that I can believe? He's already said on this, from the bench, I believed he was lying when he testified. I believe he was lying with Mrs. Madigan. I don't believe you.
Well, at the end of the sentencing, do you expect it to be taken immediately into custody?
Yeah, what happens?
What happens
well, generally speaking, in the federal system, unlike the state system, they're taken into custody right away. In the federal system, what happens is they generally give them about 90 days to get everything together and get their affairs in order, and then they drive themselves to a federal penitentiary along with the order, and then they are admitted to the federal penitentiary. In this case, the judge could take him into custody, but let's be realistic. He's not a flight risk. He doesn't have any money. Where's he going to go? Everybody knows who he is. So, and he's attended everything. The judges let him travel during the course of the proceedings. I don't expect him to take him into custody. It is something that's within the judge's discretion, but I expect him to be able to report to a federal penitentiary down the road.
Okay, and Thomas, the general legal expectation is somewhere in the 10-year range, a little more, a little less, somewhere around there?
Well, again, because Resco got that, you know, he got 10 and a half. He's probably going to get something more. Judge Zagel's going to do the right thing. He's sworn to uphold the law. The last federal case I had, the guy went away for 10 years, and he was separated from his family as well. I don't know whether or not the fact that he's a family man is really going to play that big a role in this. People are separated from their family every day in federal court, and for lengthy periods of time.
Well, it's going to be interesting all day today. Exactly. Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
That's all. We'll be right back.